Buying gifts, going to events, taking part in large meals, even eating out more because you're so busy. The holidays can take a chunk out of your wallet. Luckily, a local financial professional, Astin, is here from Burns Estate Planning to help us not do some of that bad work to our wallet. Thank you so much for joining us, Alex, and offering your expertise. So we'll start with why shoppers need to be budget-oriented this time of year.
Well, you think, right, we just rolled out of November, so we have Thanksgiving. Expensive, right?
Yes.
Well, now we have Christmas, right? So looking at this time of year, we know everything has cost a lot more this year in particular with inflation. So when you look at, okay, how much is Christmas going to cost me now, right? So we need to be very conscious of how much Christmas will cost you this year, and you need to build that budget out, right? Typically, you're looking at about $1,000 to $1,400 per family that's going to spend gifts on Christmas this year. Last year, that might have gotten you 20 gifts. This year, it might get you 15 gifts. So you need to be conscious of how far your money is going to go.
Wow, just some basic math there kind of shocks you a little bit. So what are some of the things if you're someone who's already spent a little bit too much?
Well, here's some things that you should do, right? First thing, make a list, right? If you have 10, 15, 20 people you need to get gifts for, right? Say, okay, here's who I want to get gifts for. Here's how much I should spend on those people. Don't overspend, because you might get to that 15th person and say, all right, I've already hit my budget. So you need to make sure you stick with the budget along with who you're going to get what. Now, of course, if it's a late-minute shopping right now, it's going to be hard, but you should, if you can, give yourself some time, shop around, because we've had a lot of surplus inventory looking at different companies, right, because we had supply chain bottlenecks. So therefore, a lot of companies didn't have any supply, then all of a sudden they had a surplus of supply.
Right.
So you should certainly shop around, because there's a lot of different companies out there that are offering some steep discounts. Also, when you look at what we need to do when it comes to late-minute shopping, is make sure, again, right, we get everything that we have, we knock it out, and then lastly, if we can't find what we need or stay within that budget, get creative, right? It's easy to write a card or make a letter, do what you need to do, homemade gifts that put some time into thinking about what that person might want, because that can go sometimes a little bit longer than what a gift you can just go out and buy.
Very true. A lot of times that's what they really like anyway. The thought that counts, right?
That's right.
Anything else that you want to include before we wrap up?
So if you've already overspent, right, one thing you can look at is you need to mitigate this debt, because interest rates are going up, therefore it's going to cost you more, right? And if you're not prepared for next year, well, that's just going to keep adding and keep stacking. So one thing that you can do is look at, if you're building up credit card debt to fund Christmas this year, is look at maybe like a balance transfer, right? Some credit cards will actually offer you an intro period of 12 to 18 months where you can actually take those existing debt and transfer it to another credit card that's 0% interest for 12 to 18 months. So you can actually do that a few times, keep doing it until you pay that debt off. So that way you're smart about it. You're not just paying extra dollars to these credit card companies. That's one way you can certainly get ahead. But also, it's so important right now. When I was driving in, I saw a sign that said, make sure you prepare for 2023 Christmas, right? Because it sneaks up on you really quickly. And so if you can, prepare for next year. 2023 will be here faster than we know it. Likely we'll still have higher rates, higher inflation. So you need to be conscious of, okay, next year's going to be here quick. Start now.
So true, and great advice, Alex. You know, you have to think about the next year and don't set yourself up for failure there.